Hi, happy Sunday. I'm here with our message today. Thanks everyone for your kind words. Every time I hear people wait for these messages, it makes me keep doing them. So I'm going to keep doing it and I'm going to tune in for our message for Sunday and just see what I hear for all of us. Let's see. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing. They were kind of starting to tell me this before I started recording, that the light is ramping up on the planet. And as the light gets stronger, the shadows are released. So this is really nothing to be afraid of. Just be aware that's what's happening at the collective level. And it's really still so important to center in your heart, um, and center in love and light in your heart. That's how you heal the shadow. That's how you heal your shadow. I'm teaching a workshop on this later today. So it's been a top of mind for me. Um, the shadow is nothing to be afraid of. It's just the part of you that hasn't let the light in yet, that hasn't let love in yet. It's the part of you that thinks you're separate from the creator. And as you bring more love into that part of you, you realize that there was nothing to be afraid of ever. I definitely did that. That was my whole huge part of my journey, was being in the darkness and in like sadness, depression, and nightmares, and then coming into light and love and God. Uh, And I did that, they're saying I should tell you, I did that by like faith, by prayer, by trust, and by like actually wholeheartedly trusting in something greater than me. Um, they're saying it's an energetic state more than a mental state, and that's what all of us are called to be focusing on now. Words can only take you so far, thoughts can only take you so far. Everything shifts when you come into the heart, when you come into the truth and love. It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter where you're from. That love is what created you, and as you honor it and align with it, it's like a memory because it's actually who you are. So it only feels far because of the earth that we live on and the planet, like where we were born and all of this. It's actually a very natural state that was slowly basically removed from us or taken out of us through society. But once you remember it, like your natural state of peace and flow and goodness and love, it's just, oh, okay, that's great. It's easy. Uh, let's see. Okay, oops. Okay. And there's nothing you have to worry about when you center in love. Actually centering in the heart space. And I did have someone ask me, like, I actually focused on the heart space. It's like physical and spiritual right at the center of my chest. And that's where I really that's where I do all my healing. That's where I feel my emotions, and that's where I feel love and connection. Um, and it's the bridge between heaven and earth, like the higher chakras and the lower chakras. Chakras, I don't know how to say it right, but and it is like the center, I think, of where your soul overlays with your body. So really focusing on your physical heart center and feeling what's there and healing it. But you might have your own way that works for you, so you don't have to do it the way I do it. Just explore and be inquisitive and curious about what is good for you. Hold on. I'm also hearing stop looking outside of yourself for answers. That includes me and that includes you. You have to look within. That's where you can access all the wisdom. Um, that's where like they're showing me like all of God's wisdom, creator's wisdom is written on your heart. So just like, go within and call out for it as well. And you can trust what you receive when you're in a state of peace. If you're in a state of fear, maybe don't necessarily trust what you're receiving, because your fear is going to echo back to you what you're afraid of. So do what you can to come into a state of peace and love and centeredness, and then trust what you see and what you know. This is accessible to everyone. This is your natural state. This is what we're being asked to return to. And it's who we are. It's like, it's so easy because it's who you are. Again, you don't have to be afraid when you're centered in love. And the fear is so loud, but it's not who you are. I mean, they're just repeating that again. The fear, you don't have to be you don't have anything to be afraid of when you're centered in love, and the fear is not who you are. The fear is a mental projection. When you get worried about the world, go within. You can say prayers. You can ask for divine help. You can take action where you feel called to. But there's stuff that's happening that's bigger than any of us. And when you look out in the world and you put your fear into what's going on, you only make it stronger. So as much as you can, try to come back into your light, come back into your peace. And then if you do anything, do it from there. But looking at things and putting your fear and your like looking at it and fearing it just makes that, it's like they're showing me, it just becomes like a bigger and bigger thing. But what's happening now is not more powerful than God. Um, and love is the truth. And it's just a matter of time before humans wake up and realize that. And more of us are realizing that. And each one of you can be a catalyst for change for yourselves and your communities, for living in love, for being kind, for forgiving, all of those beautiful things. That's how we create a better world. I hope she doesn't mind, but I have someone that came to my group last month that in meditation and prayer, she received this beautiful message that I'm going to share. I kept wanting to share it. I hope you don't mind if you're watching. What's true about you is the love within you. And I just love that. That what's true about you is the love within you. And if you want, I'll give you credit. I just wanted to keep it anonymous in case it's private, but it's such a beautiful message. And just so powerful. That's why I love learning from all of us. I do this because I've lived in this space for so long, but we're all teaching each other, and there's just so much beautiful wisdom out there that all of you have too. Okay, let me see what else. I really am hearing this is the time it was foretold. This has been predicted for like a long time, and we're coming up to the threshold of transition and transformation, and it looks chaotic. That's how it's supposed to look. But without this chaos, if we were all so comfortable in our lives, we wouldn't be called to awaken. So in a way, they're saying like, bless the chaos, bless the strife, because it's calling you to be more of who you actually are rather than being comfortable in the life that you have in the physical world. If everything were good, you wouldn't need the creator as much. Same that exactly happened to me. Things sucked for me internally. So I needed God, I needed love, to actually feel my real life and be myself. Okay, let's see what else. There's like, please don't be afraid as much as you can. Please don't be afraid. You can't control what's happening outside of you, but you can control what's happening within you and in your life. And so they're showing me actually the image of like the fear. It's like people come up to it and you just slide down it. It's like you get, oh my gosh, and then you go into this fear space and you just slide down it. I do too. And so as much as you can, when you feel yourself going up to that precipice before you go down into the fear, just be like, oh, wait. Oh, and then call on your angels, call on Creator, call on whatever you need, your practices that help you. Just to pull you back from the brink, basically. Um, It's like once you go down the abyss and they're just showing me this like scary, like everyone's in this place of fear and it's harder to get back up and out of it. You don't have to go all the way down into it. In fact, if you're listening to this, just do your practices. Go do something that helps you feel joyful and love. It's not denial, it's actually connecting with who you really are, which is love. Let's see. I'm hearing there's nothing to be afraid of because as soon as you look at what you're afraid of, it goes away. This is, and of course, I'm like wondering about all the people that are going through difficult things, um, and suffering, but they're saying for you, for right now, for people listening, just to keep your faith and keep your heart center and, um, don't give up on being the love that you are. Each one of you is a pure, beautiful light, and that's what's true about you. So keep building that, focusing on that, sharing that, and it's much stronger than the fear. I've heard this before and I've heard this from another teacher, but I'm hearing this now. It's fear wants you to think it's stronger than it is. Fear, like the things that are in a state of fear, they want you to think they're more powerful than they are, but they're not as strong or powerful as they try to make you think they are. Um, and you get back your spiritual sovereignty when you know that and you live in that place. Okay, let me see what else. I think that's it. That's all. Please do your practices, whatever helps you stay in a place of peace. It sounds fancy, but it could just be breathing. It could just be prayer. It could be reading your favorite spiritual text. It could be being with your spiritual friends or any friend that loves you or any person that loves you. It's it's really important right now to do those things that bring you into a place of softness and peace and love. And it's not one size fits all. So go do what helps you. And I love y'all, and I will see you all the other times. I think I have a fun topic for Thursday, but of course, if you have a suggestion, let me know. I'm here, and I'm going through all the same stuff y'all are. Bye.